Good morning, gentlemen. Welcome back to another pipe talk. I am between two night shifts, so forgive me if I look weary or tired or something. Smoking my Dr. Grape of Omega with Kentucky Bird in it and enjoying my wake up coffee. So, recently there has been a lot of talk about pipes made in China, especially in the German community. Many years ago, I discovered Chinese pipes when I went to the tobacconist to buy a new corncob pipe, and he said he has these new cobs, they are cheaper, and I thought, why not give it a try? I later realized that they were made in China, and it clearly showed. Man, those pipes were really, really bad. They looked awful, they were full of sawdust, full of glue that liquidified when the pipe got hot. Awful. I also know that many pipes smoking, for not smoking tobacco but other substances are also made in China. I don't know anything about these, but if you look at the usual sellers, online sellers, you find a lot of this crap made of any possible wood, or at least it looks like wood, often with metal inserts to make them at least smokable at all. And I just wonder how many pipe smokers we have lost because they wanted to start smoking a pipe and purchased such Chinese crap. But nowadays it seems that things have changed because there are some quality products on the market already. One of the larger German retailers has pipes by the Idea Briar company. They started a few years ago, started purchasing pipes from Italy and branding them under their name. But now they have moved production to China. And what I have seen, the pipes look very, very good. Classic shapes are the more tiny, slim versions that are hard to find, especially in Europe and Germany. Mostly filterless. They are no cheapers, but they have a reasonable price, between 100 and 130 euros. And there's some discussion going on if one should purchase a pipe from China. Because Chinese companies are buying up briar, big style as far as I know. Of course, this increases the prices. The good briar gets harder and harder to find. The pipe smoking seems to be becoming some kind of trend in China. And they have a huge growing market in their own country. Whilst the market in the US and Europe is declining, mostly due to tobacco laws and such nonsense. And yet the pipes seem to be very well received. The comments I read are all positive. They say if they deliver quality, why not? And I was tempted to take a look at these pipes as well. But then I thought, man, China and Chinese companies have ruined and taken over everything we have here in Europe. I don't know about the US. Because the Chinese government and Chinese companies, they think long term. And this is something we Europeans have completely lost. The companies and governments here just think how to make a quick buck, quick money. They don't even think to the next year. Just get out of it as much as possible and don't care about the consequences of the future. And there the Chinese government is far superior. A good example, photovoltaic solar panels in Germany. You know, the German government decided to shut down the power plants. They decided to don't rely on Russian gas anymore. And now they build wind parks and solar panels. The German government is sponsoring this. And German manufacturers were happy that they can produce and sell their products. But now they are overrun by Chinese solar panels that are sold under their value. German companies cannot compete, close down. The Chinese companies can make this because they are backed up by the state. And of course, they ruin the German industry and make them dependent on Chinese products. That's completely obvious. I don't think that this might happen with pipes as well, because it's too little money involved, but who knows? They have their plans. And to think that a European company, maybe a US one, I don't know, can compete with a Chinese company is absolute illusional. You have to keep in mind that first, if it is necessary, they are backed up by the state, which is not the case in Europe at all. It seems the governments hate their own industry. And in China, they have no safety regulations. They have no social regulations. They don't have to care about environmental laws or anything. They just don't care. They don't care about climate change. If it comes to need, they can rely on slave labor and child labor. And the last thing we could have competed in was quality products, high-end products, technology, knowledge. But if you look at our schools and universities, you know this will be lost soon as well. And when I keep all this in mind, I wouldn't buy a Chinese pipe anymore. So, another thing I would like to talk about today is pipe branding. Recently I had a talk in the comment section with Papa Beer about Stanwell pipes. If you know the history of Stanwell pipes, they started in the 30s or 40s in Denmark under German occupation. Became one of the biggest and most well-known pipe makers over there. And around 2009 or 10, they decided to close down everything, the whole production, and move to Italy. They were looking for a company that was able to produce the pipes. They chose the cheapest competitioner that didn't have the capacities to produce so many pipes. So he let these pipes made by several other companies in Italy. So the quality was a wild ride. It went down, up. The company lost a lot of reputation. They lost the tradition and all, and pipe smokers are guys that look at tradition. So it was a really bad move. Yeah, the last thing I heard is that they don't sell Stanwell pipes in Europe anymore. They just distribute them to the USA, and my guess is they just pick up any pipes, stamp Stanwell on it, ship them to the US, and hope the customers there don't care or don't know. The last Stanwell pipes I saw, they were just generic Italian pipes you could find from any maker. And there are a lot of pipe companies that sell the pipes to anyone. They put any stamp on it if you pay them for it. That's absolutely no problem. Or for example, Brigham pipes. I like Brigham pipes. They have very good designs, quality pipes, but they aren't manufactured in Canada for many, many years now, over 20 years now. Some unknown Italian maker makes them, or they say a French company. And since there is only one large company in France able to produce this, I guess it is Chacom. Or Red Race is another good example of this. A Scottish brand, now owned by a German company. And they also manufacture the pipes in Italy and France. And if you have an eye for it, you notice the similarities between several Chacom made pipes, and the red wrist pipes, so their pipes are made there as well. And I think their older pipes were made in Italy, or maybe the cheaper ones. I don't know, the Italian maker. And this has been going on in the pipe world for many, many years. In the past, pipes were produced in France, then in Great Britain, then in France again. Italian pipes were sometimes made in Albania. And who knows if your pipe, or do you know where your pipe has been really made? I say it's just a question of time till the first companies start to let their pipes being made in China. And of course, this will be the end of European pipe making tradition. Other than some high-end and costly artisan pipes. Yeah, it seems that this is the future. What do you guys think of it? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for listening to me. Until next time, cheers.